Carlson. Ask him if he can.
Hey, Carl, how you doing? Start to type that. Glad to see you here, Carl. Yeah, it's pretty. We're gonna have Genghis on here. Supposed to have him on again. Christopher, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that. You know, just trying to educate people and keep young people out of prison. Give ex-cons hope, you know. Kind of expose the DLC. They treat their own wrong. That's what's bad. Chris should have got that. He's got the same name as you, Christopher Gangers. He should have got that link by now. See, he knows it's at 5, I'm pretty sure. He hasn't seen it yet. Anyway. Oh, did you, bud? You want to come on the show sometime? Get you on here. Hey, country, how you doing? Oh, that's bad there. We got to fix our bathroom too, country.
In our living room.
Yeah, in our living room too. We're going to put floating floors down, take the carpet up. Yeah, email me, Christopher, at harveytalksprison@gmail.com. We'll set that up. Hey, Jamie. You didn't miss nothing, Jamie. We just been talking a couple minutes. Hey, Janice, how you doing? I'm glad you guys can make it. Billy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I was the other day. I'm still a little not at the best, but the other day, man. I think I just did too much that day, you know. The heat and humidity gets to me. Like I was telling Adam the other day, he sent me to the hospital 3 or 4 times. Was it 4 times?
3.
3? It seems like it's more than that.
Well, you've been in the hospital for 3 times for the heat.
Yeah, once you get started, country, you know, the hardest part is just getting them started. Me and Mindy found that out when we did the kitchen that way. But once you get them started, it goes together like a puzzle, you know. You have to do some cutting here on the edges and stuff, but other than that, it's great.
Well, the person who said it was like Legos lied, though. It is not like Legos.
No, it's not like Legos. No, I haven't heard from Marlene. I haven't heard from her in a couple weeks, country. And I think I'm going to try to message her later. Well, glad you made it, Jamie. Yeah. Sometimes you get busy and wrapped up in things, you know, and you can't get everything done. You got 1,000 things to do and can't get them done. But I was like I was the other day. I was helping my neighbor. I was helping Mindy. I was doing work for myself. I was doing the YouTube stuff. And man, I just felt like I was going to pass out there for a minute. And all the other stuff, it wasn't what got me. It was helping Mindy and helping my neighbor because I work for him sometimes too. And that's what out there. The heat's what did it, you know.
I was off my heat longer than you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, story of my life, Jen says. Man, what is up with Genghis? Need to get him on here. Tennessee. The county jail are so crowded. Yeah, it's crazy when they do that. Tennessee has a South Central Correctional Center just like Missouri does, Christopher.
I'm sending them a message.
All right. I'm going to send it to the group too. Trying to get Genghis on here. He's got some more talking to do. But yeah, I knew a guy in prison from Tennessee too. And he was talking about being like on a chain gang, working alongside the highways and stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. It's like that a lot of times with me, though, you know. I still got to make a bracelet for somebody where I work on the leather at. It's just too hot to work on. I ain't going to be out there sweating all over the leather and passing out. And Mindy having to load me up in a truck. And
Call 911.
yeah.
I can't pick you up.
Yeah, I have no choice. You know, I try not to go to the hospital. I have no choice when she calls 911. They've gotten where they strap me down. It's not funny.
Stop fighting them.
Oh, that's cool, Christopher. That's great. It used to be like 33% in Missouri, but not no more. I think it's more like 66, maybe even higher. But it used to be you did a third of your time in Missouri. But by the time I was getting arrested and locked up and everything, they was changing all kinds of laws. They even changed the life sentence. He might be having an internet problem. He was the other day. Just like we were.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 1 year, you do like 4 months. I wish Pennsylvania did that. Yeah, I wish Missouri would go back to that, you know?
I got 15 years and ended up doing 6.5 months.
That's pretty good. That's
because the female prison was way overpopulated.
Broken System. You guys haven't checked out Broken System, go check out Broken System. She's got good content. She's into the prison reform thing, you know, and she's got a loved one in prison. That's right, Lauren. Yeah, I know how that goes. Just getting off work. I used to like going to work. Love going to work. Had a great boss. Loved my job. But by the time the day was over, I just wanted to come home and sit and do nothing. Yeah, it's changed in Missouri, Christopher. And you have people. You always have these rumors. They're doing away with the 65%. They're going back to the 33%. That was just people living on pipe dreams. Every year, heard the same rumor. Customer service sucks. Yeah, I agree, Janice. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Well, that's another thing I wish Genghis was here so I can tell him. I just got out of Washington County, Virginia jail. It was an easy time. Yeah, they feed you. Oh, they did change theirs to 65%. Now, that's good. There's a. Yeah, I know you deal with everybody. that works in customer service talks about the Karens, you know, and I ain't seen a few of them in Walmart. You know, one of them came up to me one time and says, "Hey, could you tell me, my husband wants me to buy this. Could you tell me?" I said, "Well, there's a worker right there." I knew what she was looking for, though. She goes, "I don't like asking these people. They always give me a hard time." Yeah, it does, you know, because she's really trying to get the prison system reformed, you know, at least in Virginia. You know, and there's a lot of people trying to do that. There's even politicians trying to do that. But, you know, a lot of people ain't want to listen. They ain't want to hear that. And what they don't realize is correctional officers are being you know, they need higher pay. I ain't sticking up for correctional officers. I'm just saying. The DLC,
Kevin.
huh?
So the male version of a Karen is Darren.
I thought it was Kevin.
It's Kevin.
Oh, it's a Darren. I thought it was a Kevin. Yeah. Actually, Darren sounds kind of like Darren better. I do.
I knew a couple Darrens.
All right, Christopher, we'll see you. Right, yeah, I agree, broken system. You seen that message to Gangers?
Uh-huh. He hasn't seen it.
He might be having, the other day he was having bad internet. Maybe he is again. What's up, Big Weavy? Hey, but what I wanted to tell you guys, I was wanting to wait till Genghis got here. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Hey, Adam, how you doing? I'm glad you guys got here. See, we got 3 or 4 YouTubers in here. When you guys make a video, don't just post it. You guys need to share it on other platforms like Facebook, Reddit, any platform you can. I got a platform on Quora. Well, I got a space on Quora. It's like a channel. I got a channel on, let's just say channel. I got a channel on Quora. And you can post anything you want that you guys want to post there, you can. It's called XCOM Forum. But anyway, it'll get you more views and it'll help you out. Adam woke up. You ain't too late, Adam. Yeah, I will, Adam. I'll do that. Oh, he's here. Hey, Genghis, we sent you to check your messenger, Genghis. But Steve wants me to call him too. I need to still do that, man. I just been so busy and plus sick and stuff. Let's see if you've seen it.
Okay, that link didn't work.
Well, that's gonna have everybody popping in.
No, that's for Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. All right. Yeah, there's the Patreon link, guys. If you guys want to get on that. I show content on there that I can't show on YouTube because I'm afraid of. Well, I'm afraid YouTube will just ban me. They can do that, you know. I ain't had one strike yet, and I'm trying not to get in. You only allowed 3. I think he's backstage.
Yeah, but he's not in this image yet.
There he is. I'm glad you're here too, Adam. Thank you, Genghis.
Sir? Sir.
I think your audio is a little off.
Yeah, it is. I got 2 speakers on. Let's see.
And I'm looking at your shoulder and not your face.
Yeah. Here we go.
Gang is in the house. Adam says hi, Mindy.
All right.
Adam.
Here we go. I think. Yep, that looks good. Maybe just a little bit that way.
Anyway, gang, is what I was telling them is when you make a video, don't just post it, share it to other platforms. You know what I mean? Like Facebook, Reddit, and all that.
Eh.
I get a lot of people checking my stuff out on Reddit and Cord, but I got space on Cord too. It's like a channel.
Well,
Right.
okay. So check this out, right? If you take a YouTube video and post it on Facebook, Facebook is going to automatically downrank it because you're telling somebody, leave Facebook and come over here to YouTube. Facebook doesn't like that. So anytime you attempt to get somebody to leave one platform to another, they're always going to downrank your stuff. A lot of the times what I do is I put the whole video up on YouTube and then I put teasers on other platforms.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not actually sharing the video into it so that
Right.
I'm not getting nicked
That's
by
what I
the
was talking
algorithm.
And I do Facebook, Reddit, and Quora, and you guys are welcome to post on Quora on my channel there. They're called Spaces there, but it's called XCOM Forum. You guys are welcome. But anyway, to those who are not YouTubers, share our stuff too. We would really appreciate it. Hey, Jamie. Almost at 4,000 subs, Harvey. You're doing good, Adam. Damn, just the other day, Adam was at 200 and something. He says he's almost at 4,000.
Adam's at 4,000 subs. Awesome.
He says,
nice.
Can you see the thing? The chat?
Now I got the screen expanded. I'm recording the screen.
All right. Oh, me. Oh, he said he was talking about me.
Oh yeah, you've been steadily growing. I noticed that too.
Hey, last night, first time it ever happened to me, I got like 4,000 subs, close to 4,000 subs in 2 hours. I mean, not subs, views, and 30 subs.
Yeah. Oh, first time you ever hit like that?
Yeah, man, it was just crazy.
I got on my other channel one time, I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I was the first person like in America to get the news that this journalist had been kidnapped. And I jumped on and made a video about it. And that thing went crazy. Like 9,000 views in 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, broken system, all it takes is one video. One video. And the key thing is having the right title and thumbnail, something that'll catch their attention. It only takes one. But mine stopped after those views stopped after a couple of hours.
They normally do. You know which one's continuing to run though? Is that one that I did that I told you about, White Crypt with that title? Yeah. I did a video about a white crypt that I knew that escaped, and it is like on this slow and steady trajectory up. You know how they normally go up and then they flatten off?
Yeah.
This one's like, it's just like slowly up, up, up. So I don't know where
that's
it's going
good.
to flatten off at.
That's good.
Yeah.
Usually when they go straight up, they level off.
Exactly. They usually, it's right away. They shoot it all right away, and then they level off, and then that's it. I got 55. I got 55 subscribers the other day off a short, actually.
Yeah, I got 30 last night. 28 or 30. One thing says 28, another says 30. But
yeah.
I'll take
it. Either way.
Right.
Do we got people in the house?
Yeah, we got. How many we got? We got 10 in the house. Let me see.
I'm trying something.
What we got?
The thing for
Oh, you got the names up? Yeah. So what are you all up to? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you. Was you going to leave off from where you left off last week, or do you even remember?
I could. I don't remember.
I don't really. I don't remember.
That, but I know, like I said, I know my story. So,
Right.
you know, if that's what you want to do.
Hey, got you on here to promote you, and have you tell your story. And so,
Is that what the chat wants to do? Are we feel like we're at a good spot to start?
you guys ready to hear some more stories from him, or you want him to talk about tech stuff? It doesn't matter. We can talk about anything.
Well, honestly, I was thinking I thought we did 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock my time last time, not 3, 4. But I guess I'm wrong. So I had to jump on here real quick, and I need some water. But other than that, I need a glass of water. Take me 30 seconds to get a glass of water, and we can start.
Always do 5 o'clock on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Mastodon. I don't know what that is. Big Wiggy. Y'all ever mess with? What's it say? Mastodon?
Mastodon is a dinosaur.
Oh, I guess it is. Oh, Adam's saying both. He wants to do both. Hey, Murray Poppy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And you guys, all you guys are just amazing. To me, you are anyway. Don't never forget that.
All right.
All right. Adam says do both. He wants to hear stories. He wants to hear about the video things, I guess.
What's that?
Look at my foot thing. Adam says he wants to hear both about stories and some about the video tech stuff.
All right. Well, we'll finish the story. So, not sure exactly where I was at, but I know that I had gotten done with Buny. I had already been kicked out of Buny. We discussed that. So now I'm in administrative segregation, and this is my first time in the box in Sterling's ad seg. It's generally uneventful. There's not much there.
All right, Mr. Ani, thank you.
I don't know if anybody's ever been in solitary confinement. It kind of like robs you of that time.
I have. I was in one that didn't have no lights or nothing. It was like a dungeon.
Yeah, you don't really get a lot of memories because nothing. It's just it's just like dead time.
I was counting the trays to try to keep count of the days, and I lost count. I was only in there 5 days though. But
yeah, count the bricks on the wall, shit like that.
Well, I could only see them in one place. The rest of them I had to kind of feel for them, because it was dark.
So they put me in this place. There's just not much to it. It just sucks. It's just dead time. I don't even know how else to describe it. It's just dead time. It's like you're housed on a shelf or something like that. So then they let me back onto the yard in Sterling. Sterling's absolutely horrible. It's 30 feet concrete walls everywhere you look. You can't see the world. You can only smell the world because it's around a bunch of pig farms in northern Colorado, so smells like pigs.
Got pig farms in Colorado?
Yeah.
I didn't think it. I never thought of that.
Greeley's a big time cowboy. cowboy town. Lots of they have the Greeley Stampede. They do all kinds of rodeos and stuff like that. Lots of cow herding, lots of pig farming, stuff like that. A lot of ranchers. Um, so this place smells like pig shit all the time, and almost everybody has extended sentences. This is a level 4 yard,
Right.
and they've isolated. What they've done is isolated the prison, and they took a penitentiary and cut it in half so that they can control it easier. And then they put everybody in Unit 1 is kind of like orientation. Maybe sensitive needs or people they want to keep an eye on. The orange pants would be in there. Troublemakers, homosexuals. A lot of the time, they'd keep the homosexuals. They're just people they want to keep an eye on. And then they would also keep the orientation in Unit 1 as well. Well, Unit 2 was all the kitchen. I don't know if they still do this, but this turned out to be a mistake. They figured out that this was a mistake. I don't know why my camera won't focus, but this turned out to be a mistake. I'll talk about that later, but they now it's got me all crooked, all stupid.
Hey, somebody's got a question for you. Carl Cunningham says, Gangish, you were banging 211, not SAC?
No. I run around with the Mexicans, Doc. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go my face cut off. That's not gonna get it. So this place just sucks. I mean, it's just horrible. Everybody's miserable. Everybody hates each other. It's tense all the time. It's the closest I ever saw to what you'll see in California, where the like the yards are segregated, and they'll say, oh, okay, well over here the basketball court, and that belongs to the blacks, and this belongs to these people, and this belongs to these people. That's literally how it was. The handball courts belonged to the Mexicans and the whites, and the blacks had the handball courts. And people could play. I mean, if you wanted to, if a black dude wanted to play handball, they could. They just, just hey, who wants to run with me? And somebody will run with them. It wasn't a big deal, but not a lot of black folks on the handball court for whatever reason. But it was just all the time, constant, all the time tension. And this cop named Tramp gets stabbed in the face. I'm in population like a couple weeks. And Jack, shut the fuck up. I'm in population like a couple weeks. And this cop Tramp gets stabbed in the face in the, what's it called? The annex? In the annex. The vestibule kind of, no, it's not a vestibule. Yeah, it'd be more like an annex. The dude just goes crazy for no reason. I don't think he had a real reason, but he just lets his fool have it, starts cutting him up, right? They locked us down for that. We were slammed down for that. We get off of lockdown for that. The yard was a couple months, at least a month and a half. Yeah. It was random. If it would have been more targeted, like a gang thing or something, maybe they would have kept us longer, but it was just kind of like, he just went crazy. Dude just went crazy. So Sterling never ended up popping and boiling over whenever I was there. Not really. It always ended up one-on-one. There was a couple times and people stuck each other up, but it was always a one-on-one. It was they'd be like, hey, watch this. And then you'd see two people come from across the yard and get at each other or whatever. But dude gets stabbed. A couple months later, I don't remember why we decided to do it, but all the heads, all the shot callers just put out a thing and said, nobody from the kitchen go to work. I don't remember why. I don't even remember what the problem was. I didn't even ask. You just didn't go to work. You know what I mean? And we're in Unit 2, and so it was super easy to pass the word because everybody in Unit 2 worked in the kitchen. So everybody could see who was going to work. There was no like second guessing. It was just so then they call gangs out for work. Nobody comes. The cop comes in, pops the door. Gangs out. Let's go. Let's go. It's time for work. Nobody goes. So they slam the whole unit
You
down,
mean,
right?
hey,
Hmm.
what do you mean where the gangers go? I see him right now on my screen, Adam.
Where'd I go?
Yeah, Adam is asking where you went. I see you.
Yeah, he's still here.
Hey, he's still here, Adam. He's talking to us.
Chilling. Can you hear me, Adam?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get the thing closer. So what they decided to do is they said, okay, we'll just run the kitchen ourselves. So first what they did is they brought the sex offenders, because there was a bunch of sex offenders in a program in Sterling. They had their own little program. They have these yellow folders that they would carry around, and they weren't allowed to talk to anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they just kind of keep their head down. You seen that yellow folder, you already knew what time it was, and they just keep their head down and move to where they were going. And
Hey, Sea Dog. How you doing? Sea Dog's in here.
see, dog, what up? So they bring the sex offenders over to run the kitchen, but after a while, that's really not enough manpower, and the sex offenders kind of suck at it, right? Because you can't just take random people that don't know how to run a kitchen and throw them in there. So the food gets bad, right? After like a couple weeks of us not going to work, they start having to pull cops and putting them in the kitchen, librarians, teachers, fucking whatever. They're pulling people from all, because there's always cool cops. There's always cool cops who think it's funny. You know what I mean? Because they're dickheads or whatever, and they'll come laugh and tell us. They'll tell us exactly what's going on, because they think it's hilarious. So, yeah. So they're having to man this place, and what they decided to do, I'm guessing, is they just decided we're going to make the food inedible. We'll just make it absolutely fucking horrible, and then cut off their canteen completely, and we'll see if they go back to work. And so I can remember throwing away brownies, like starving and throwing away a brownie because I don't know what they were doing. Who knows? It was like Jello. It was a brownie, but it was like Jello. You could go like that with it and flop back and forth. I don't know what they put in it, dog. They were just throwing stuff in a mix, and yeah, and you know how people are, and you know how the people are who were working there. They're like a librarian who went to school for 4 years,
Right.
and she's in there making brownies, and she's like, yeah, these sorry motherfuckers, and she's just dumping everything. You know what I mean? Just dumping whatever, and that's what they were feeding us. They were just feeding. It was garbage, and it broke
Hey,
us down.
Hey, Genghis, I want to ask you something. They have that meal loaf in Colorado?
I've been on that shit. I've been on management loaf.
How good does it taste?
It's horrible. It's bland. It's just really bland. Tastes like a sponge or something.
Well, we got the recipe the other day and we made it. I was telling Mindy how horrible it was. It tasted nothing like the prison one. It actually tasted kind of good.
The recipe that I got, I knew that it couldn't taste bad
Oh, that's
because there was nothing in it that was bad.
well. I'm telling you.
I don't know what it was that they fed us. You know,
It was hard
I
as
don't
a
know.
rock. The ones we had in the prison was hard as a rock, and it just tasted horrible.
These, I remember picking the beans. I can remember picking the beans out of them and eating
Hey,
those.
Adam, this is not pre-recorded. You just woke up, bud. You need another cup of coffee.
I need another cup of coffee.
I'm drinking one myself. We all need.
Put one on.
They got it in Virginia too. Broken System says that. Yeah. Anyway, I've been on the food strikes before, and when nobody goes to work, nobody does anything, the prison comes to a dead still. Nothing happens,
Yeah. I seen them try it in Lyman. It didn't work as well, though. It didn't work in Lyman because the same thing. The mistake was is that people were dispersed throughout the whole prison, and it was hard to get the heads of every pod
Right.
on the same page all the time, you know.
Right.
But whenever they made the mistake of putting every kitchen worker in unit 2,
Yeah.
that made it absolute. Nobody was going to cross that picket line. Nobody even came out their cell. You know what I mean?
Say
So,
something to Adam.
what happened? So
Adam still thinks it's pre-recorded. Adam, it's not pre-recorded.
Wonder what he's saying.
I don't. He said he dropped his phone and then it went. His phone messed up or something. But,
oh my god.
Oh, he probably went back a little bit, so it technically is pre-recorded. So he probably has to push his bar all the way to the front.
Scroll down or whatever it is you do, Adam. Anyway, gangers, continue.
All right. So where am I at? Sterling. That fucking place. So we go on a hunger strike. It lasts about a month and a half. Hunger strike lasts about a month and a half, and it's everybody just goes back to work. It was just basically like everybody just kind of was like, all right, everybody was starving, you know. I ended up getting out of that place. I MRD out of that place. I'm out for 90 days, 120 days maybe, and I get raided. I'm selling dope the entire time. Dude comes into my house, says, well, how much you got left? I said, I got 17 grams left, a little over a half ounce. He says, okay, let me get all of it. I said, cool. Sold it all to him, gave him the price. He says, you got a scale? I said, yeah, I got a scale. He said, let me see your scale. And I know he sells in the bars, so this isn't anything new. He's asked to use my scale before. So he takes the 17 grams and he chops it up into 20s and does exactly what he normally does, which is wrap them, make a 20, weigh out an exact 20, quarter gram, right? Wrap it, tie it off, wrap it again, double wrap it. He would keep them in his mouth in the bar, double wrapped in his mouth. That way if he had to swallow. So he double wraps all of them, 17 grams worth of them. Wraps them up. Cool. He says, all right, brother, I'm gone. He says, I'm going to hit the bathroom. I said, go. Later, I'm playing Xbox. It's whenever the first Xbox came out, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm just a kid. I'm still 21, 22. I already been to prison, did like 3 in the joint, and I'm like 22 now, right? And he leaves, and like 10 minutes later, by that time, I had a woman there. She was with me. I get up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to get at her, right? And by the time they kicked in the door, I was on top of her. We weren't getting busy yet. We still had our clothes on and whatnot, but I was on top of her, and I heard them. Boom! They kicked in the door, and I could hear my little brother screaming. And the door to my bedroom. This is my mom's house, right? So the door to my bedroom is perfectly lined up with the front door. So I can see the door. My door is like half open. It's not even all the way, like it's like half cocked. You know what I mean? Like I said, we hadn't really started getting busy yet. We're just messing around a little bit. And so the door is like half cocked, and I can see the red beams on the door because they're all the way at the front of the house, and the house is a straight line front to the back. And I can see them coming down the hallway, you know? I said, fuck, there's nothing left to do, you know? But I'm thinking in my head, all the dope's gone. You know what I mean? I just sold all the dope. All the dope just left. Told me they got nothing. You know, I did have I got like maybe a half ounce of mushrooms, which was still a felony, but it's nothing like all that crack. You know what I mean? and I had like a quarter pound of weed or a half pound of weed and like a weed scale or something like that. So they hit me. They come up with the 17 grams of crack that I had just sold him, and he had went into my bathroom and put it there, right?
Oh,
And then walked outside and told him what it was.
yeah, he set
Right?
you up.
Yeah. So
That's
I
a
go
good one.
back, huh?
Country said that's what she said. You was half cocked, not ready yet. Just Kevin had to say it. Hey, Zach from Life in Prison, glad you're here. But anyway, Duke set you up. It happened so many times, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So he sets me up. I eat that case. They give me 4 on it. I plead out to distribution of pills, maybe. I think is the charge that I plead to. It's a step down. They consider it a step down from crack. So I end up pleading out to distribution of pills. They give me 4 for it. But I was already doing a 3-year tail anyway. I was already doing a 3-year parole. So they give me 4 for it. I go back. I go back to Walsenburg. Go back to Walsenburg. Walsenburg is a medium security, a true level 3, wide the fuck open, right? Punch it like full boxing facilities, fucking just like you can pretty much move wherever you want. You can go to Chow and then go back and then just turn around and go back to Chow with another unit. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, we
fucking
got
like
those crutches too.
yeah. Yeah, it was a private. Exactly. It was a medium private. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just wide open, just a great prison as far as prisons were concerned. Guards were getting paid like 10.50 an hour, 9.50 an hour. Didn't care, could care less. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, and it's in a city where the average rent is like $250 a month, $350 a month. So they're cool with making 9-10 bucks an hour. They're actually doing all right making 9-10 bucks an hour. You
Right.
know, um, so we're it's wide the fuck open. I have a great time with it. This is where I really come into myself. I've already been to the box, so it's given me some stripes as far as that's concerned. And then I got out, and despite the fact that I got busted, was actually pushing a decent amount of weight and was looking out for people in the process. You know what I mean? I had helped my reputation as far as crime was concerned. So I get over here to Walsburg and I really started learning how to box. And then that's where people really started. I was like 250 and I was boxing, and people just started deferring to me like, well, why don't you ask him what to do? You know what I mean? Ask him what to do. Ask him what to do, you know? And so that is where I really came into my own as far as prison was concerned. It was like, if I don't take control of this, the car might wreck. It was one of those, you know what I mean? And I turned into something of a leader. That's where I really kind of became a man, honestly.
It's okay, Adam. Uh, you know, things happen. He said he dropped his phone and it rewinded on him and messed his live up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he was behind, you know.
Yeah. So I get I of course take that prison for granted because it's fun as hell and you can get away with whatever you want. We had stolen a whole box of fucking outfits from medical.
I got a couple questions for you though.
The dog, you want to see the dog? He's actually right here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Janice wants to see the dog.
Come here, baby. Come here. There you go.
Oh,
That's horrible.
oh.
Say hi, baby.
That's awesome.
He's trying to hide his face.
Yeah, he's adorable. But Country wants to know this: why can a CI buy drugs and set you up, but they are not credible in court. But they are not credible in court. Cops should have to do their jobs and bust people without CIs. Yeah, there's the comment right there.
That actually, yeah, that makes sense, and it's true, because they're not good witnesses in court. You really don't want to put a CI on the stand if you don't have to. The goal is to use them, pay the money, and then throw them away. That's what they do with most CIs. See, a lot of CIs tend to have these delusions that, you know what I mean, that all of a sudden they're going to be like a good guy or something, or they're going to play the role, or the cops are going to respect them all of a sudden. And you would, okay, well, I'll tell you this: the same dude that I'm talking about, the same dirtbag who told on me, is he he ended up telling on a murder case, thinking that he was going to get off. Right? Nobody else told on the murder case. There was 4 people involved in it. Nobody else told except for this fucking clown. One of the people got away. The one dude who shut the fuck up and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone. One of them literally just stuck to his story and was like, fuck you. I don't know what you're talking about. Fuck you. Right?
Adam was K2 up there.
What are you talking about? Spice?
Huh?
There's synthetic drugs, I'm sure now. There wasn't back then, but it really wasn't a thing back then, but I'm sure there is now. But yeah, that same dude got 32 years. So everybody else gets a life sentence, and he gets 32 years. He had some idea in his head that he was going to tell and get off. Now he's doing 32 years PC'd up.
That's what I tell people. I said, you commit a crime with somebody, one of you always going to tell. It almost always happens these days. But whoever's telling, they're going to get time too.
Yep.
They very rarely get out of it.
My co-defendant that won't give him his name. He stares into space. That's how that fool taught me. He just stares blankly. Catatonic, homie. No, zero communication, homie. That's what I got for the cops. Zero. You know what I mean? That's how I was when I was a criminal. Literally, homie, I'll stare at the wall. We used to do this. This is what we used to do. Whenever I'd be in power sewing, I was in an industrial sewing shop, and the cops would come up and start talking to you. I just do like this. That's what we used to do to him, dog. I got nothing for you. They'd be like, where your celly at? I don't know. I just seen him like 10 minutes. I don't know. Is he at work? Did he go back to work?
Right.
You know what I mean? And eventually they just leave. They just get mad and leave, right?
Right.
So Jack,
hey, let's talk about what's in here.
The 2 dudes, the other 2 dudes, they gave them life sentences. They gave these fools life sentences. But the one dude never got implicated. He really didn't do nothing. He was just there. You know what I mean? I just know him, and he was just there. And as soon as it happened, he was like, fuck you, and got up and split. He did the smart thing and literally got up and split immediately and denied knowing anything about it to everybody everywhere. You know what I mean? Except for like his close, super close family.
Hey, check this out. George, he shook his cell down and he found a needle, a syringe, And he said, which one does this belong to? Well, nobody was taking the weight for it. He goes, look, if neither one of you claims this syringe, you're both going to the hole. Nobody claimed it. They both went to the hole. The other dude was saying, I'm going to kick your fucking ass when I get out. He said, you should have took your weight. He goes, you're going to the hole anyway, Yeah,
you going anyway, yeah.
If you go to the hole anyway, you might as well take your weight instead of taking another guy with you.
Yeah.
But
So, you got more questions? How's the chat look?
says 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. That's what Janice said. Larry Lawton says 2 can keep the secret if 3 can keep the secret if 2 are dead.
You know, my more often than not, from what I could tell, you just don't talk to them at all.
Right.
And
Don't say that.
things work out, dude. They've always worked out. I was taught that really young, and I just,
The COs will try to get you to talk, though. They really will. This will help your parole if you tell us.
That's what they tell you guys?
Yeah, that's the shit they're telling these lanes here in Missouri, and they're going for it.
They told me at the last time we got caught up, me and the homie got caught up bringing some stuff in, right? And they didn't get me with nothing. They didn't get me with nothing. They jumped the gun, right? They jumped the gun and they popped the cherry too early, came in on me and didn't find nothing but a rig, right? Okay, I'll take that. That's my rig, whatever. You know what I mean? But I go into the hearing for the rig and they read me all my rights about what I could say and this and that. And she goes, okay. And they got it recorded. They record the hearing. She goes, you're not going to talk to me, are you? I said, no, I'm not going to talk to you. Lieutenant Jaffe, I can still remember. Lieutenant Jaffe, that was her name. She said, you're not going to talk to me, are you? I said, nope. She said, honestly, I'd probably advise you not to talk to me. I said, good looking out. Yeah, they knew what time it was.
Yeah, hey, Adam, my scrolling is messing up too. I got to keep, for some reason it would go on its own, but now I'm having to do it manually. I don't know what the hell is going on.
What do you mean, the chat?
Yeah, the chat. Adam's phone keeps messing up on him. No, and then Jamie says hers is too.
Their phone?
The chat.
I can't see it. I've got it on full screen so I could record it.
This is just so weird. Hey, Mindy. You wouldn't believe where I'm working. How come we have so many people see it's unreal? I believe that. I'm broken. Yeah, everybody's chat is messed up. It's I gotta keep scrolling manually.
Let me look if I could even see the chat. I don't even know if I can see it. My newest comment is from Aussie Prison Stories at 4:53. Says, Harvey, I promise that compression will be dropping real shit. Depression, I'm guessing, is what he means, maybe. So I'm getting back on the grind. Grind it out, Aussie. Grind it.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that, but I had before the chat was rolling on its own, but now it's stopped, and I got to keep pushing it up. I don't know what the deal is, but and Mindy ran off. But
story of my life.
Mine are in order and good to so far. Hey, JK. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I see the same one. There's Sea Dog and Koopa. Koopa.
Yeah. But that's back a ways. Isn't it? Top chat to live chat. Is that what's going on? I think we are on live chat.
They're in the comments. What, is somebody else in the live chat? What do you mean? Switch to top chat to live chat? Switch from top chat to live speech. That's a mouthful. This woman's supposed to be dropping off her dogs, but she's super crazy late already.
Where you at, Mindy? But anyway, Maybe we want to tell them something because we got some more people in here that's got channels. You want to tell them anything about the videos or anything? Adam wants to hear a lot of both, you know.
All right. So, what do we want to talk about? What do we got? Some technical questions, you mean?
I don't know if we do or not. Anybody got any technical questions?
Or are we just talking about like videos in general, like posting videos in general? Because
yeah, I'd say start out with that because I think people like Adam and them, you know,
been a debate. There's been a continuous debate about whether or not to use hashtags, about whether or not to use tags, or whether just a good title and description will do it. And so the answer seems to be somewhere in the middle. What has happened is that YouTube's search algorithm has become so advanced that the hashtags play a role and the tags themselves play a role, but they're not integral in the search if the title and description are set up properly. And whenever I say the description is set up properly, the algorithm is now so smart that it can read like a human being speaks.
Right.
So you want to get into the description and speak to the computer about exactly what is in your video. The key words that your video is about, say student debt, which is trending right now. If anybody would like to like a video, like a good video to make something about that's trending, student debt is a very good keyword. So what I would do is in my title, I would say America's student debt is outrageous, right? So I would have my keyword right away in the title, first couple words in the title. Then I would make sure the very first words in the description have those same words in there. You want to establish that right away. You want to let it know right away what your keyword is. And then from there, you want to tell a story. And every time it's natural for your keyword to show up in that story, put it in there.
Yeah.
Don't stuff it. Don't stuff it in there all stupid and use it 3 times in every sentence. But every time that it naturally comes up, use it. If you're explaining something, use it. And all this communicates to the YouTube search engine.
Yeah, the description is mainly for YouTube, you know. I mean, it's for people too, but it's mainly for YouTube.
Yes.
And I'm told that the tags don't, the hashtags matter, but the tags not so much. That's just mainly in case there's misspelled words or something. You know. YouTube even says that on the right above the tags thing.
Yeah. It's I can't get
okay, JK. I can't get
a straight answer about it. Is the honest truth. I can find you a video that says they do matter, and I can find you a video that says they don't.
Right. Let's talk about it. Wants to know about StreamYard. He said he seen you do something the other day, and he can't figure out how you did it.
What is it?
What was it? Let's talk about it. I guess you did a live or something the other day. Carl says he thinks you should do a segment of crazy but true stories. He says something I saw him do the other day, and I can't figure it out. He says he has a question about StreamYard. Let's see. Maybe a question will pop up here in a second. Hey, you know what is happening to everybody's chat? It's not just Adam. Everybody's is not scrolling. I'm going to have to move mine manually.
I see Jamie Rupert at the bottom.
Yeah, I had to scroll up to see that, though. See? I had to do that.
I don't know. That's
Mine's scrolling
where
fine.
mine's at.
I think it was Jamie said she was. Put that question up about. Let's talk about this. Yeah, can you see that, Gangish? Let's talk about it.
Okay, so he made a graphic and used it as his background as he and the other person on the chat were in the foreground. I can't figure that out, but I also didn't know how to design graphics. Okay, now there was two different things that I did there. There was a graphic, and imagine it like layers. Imagine it like layers of or pages in a book, or pages that lay on top of each other. So what I did was I put a picture in the background. It's a picture of a classic car, but it blurs out so you can't tell what it is. That I added to the background. To add that to the background, you go to, there's one of two buttons. I believe it's design. It's either design or brand. Maybe it's brand. And click on that and then scroll down to backgrounds. And it'll have all the stock backgrounds. Okay, now this is also StreamYard I pay for, just so we're clear, just so we get that clear.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's different if you don't pay for it. So we're clear on that.
I gotta go get some more coffee. I'll be back.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. So yes, very similar to Photoshop layers. Very, very similar to Photoshop layers. So you've got the background, and then StreamYard puts the things that it puts, or the things that I tell it to put, right? Like the border blue gangish thing around. Okay, that I made in Adobe Illustrator. Do you have access to Illustrator, or what? Okay, you pay for StreamYard as well. Well, that thing I made by hand. Not by hand. I shouldn't say by hand. I didn't draw it, but I drew it on a computer. Do you have access to Illustrator or like Canva or something like that? Something where you can design. That's basically just a bunch of shapes. It was just a bunch of shapes. It makes it look like it's cut out in the corner where it says Gangish. It makes it look like it's cut out, but it's not cut out. It's just a dark shape and then a smaller white shape inside of it, so it looks like it's hollow. I just made it look like it's hollow, and then I put my logo in there where it says Gangish. You could probably even make it with maybe Microsoft Word or Microsoft Paint, something free. I don't know what software do you have to and I could show you how to do it. I could even tell you how to do it. It's not hard. You've got an old version of the whole Adobe suite. And do you know, okay, so I'm going to guess that you know how to use Illustrator. What you're going to do is you're going to, whenever you start your Adobe Illustrator project, you're going to name it. You're going to start the project, you're going to press new project, and you're going to name it. And then on the aspect ratio, it's going to give you pixels, inches. It's going to give you whatever you want for your size. And the size of the thing that you're going to make, you're going to go to pixels and check pixels. And then you're going to go 1920 by 1080. And the piece and the board that it gives you to work on, what is it called? Artboard. The artboard that it gives you to work on is going to be the exact same size as your StreamYard stream. So you now know that whatever you put on that 1920 by 1080 canvas is going to show up as a layer. It's going to be like a plugin that you throw on top of StreamYard. So whatever you put on that Illustrator mat right there will show up. And that's my answer. And if you think,
good night, Lily.
if you want to try it out first, get into Adobe Illustrator, write your name real big in font, okay? No, whenever I was there, no, Aussie. I heard that it's around now. I'm sure it's around now, but back then, no. Colorado Springs is a beautiful place. I spent a lot of time down there. I dated a woman down there for a while.
His phone must be really messed up because you did answer that question.
Yeah, he might. He's probably just behind. He's probably
Yeah.
just behind. I am mad at him. Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any more questions?
Yeah, that's the so all you got to do 1920 by 1080 to do it to see. Go 1920 by 1080, and here's another thing. I don't know how you make your thumbnails, but you got to watch making your thumbnails in Photoshop, because Photoshop tends to be really high quality. It tries to push out the highest quality image that it can, and they get really, really dense, and they're too big. They become too big to shove into
I got to change battery.
for a thumbnail.
I was getting ready to end it anyway. I'm not ready to call this. I'm getting hungry.
The battery's dying on our camera.
All right. Yeah, the battery started dying anyway.
Okay.
So, thanks for coming on, Genghis.
No worries, brother.
Yeah. I would even talk to, what did it say? Intro. I think he wants to, said he'd said something about paying you for an intro.
Yeah, I'm super broke right now. I'm a college student, super broke. So anything, I haven't been able to work for like 6 months. I tore my meniscus real bad. I slipped getting in the pool, and I haven't been able to work. And so, yeah, anything would help. I could absolutely, and I've got some shit on deck. So if you want to reach out to me in the comments or something like that, or drop an email or something, I could even drop you one in the private chat maybe. What do I do?
All
Do I
right.
tag him? I don't
All
know.
right, guys. I'm going to call it night, all right?
Yeah. All right, Harvey.
Yeah. I'll try to put a link to this, your channel on here, too.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Make sure my name's in the title, all right?
All right.
All right. Keyword Gangish.
Right. Bye.